So today you join me in Malham in North Yorkshire, in the North Yorkshire Dales National Park, and today I'm going to be walking to Malham Cove, a very popular visitor destination here in the Yorkshire Dales National Park. Malham is a rather attractive little village, very popular with tourists. Some nice looking pubs here as well. So there we have the first view of Malham Cove, and that used to be an ancient waterfall. So it used to be a very large waterfall that fell over Malham Cove, I think millions of years ago, possibly. And if I just pan the camera around, you see these beautiful stone walls. So the plan is to walk to the base of Malham Cove and then climb up to the top of Malham Cove and spend a bit of time walking around this local area. So I put my hat on to start this walk because I was feeling cold. Now the sun's come out. It's really warm. So as we get closer to Malham Cove, you can imagine what it must have been like when water was thundering over it as a waterfall. So it's only when you walk up to it that you fully appreciate the scale. See the people standing near the base and how tall it is. So here we are at the base of the old waterfall, and you can see water's flowing from under the ground, and people rock climbing as well. Sign here saying it's okay to talk with the Samaritan's phone number, which makes me wonder if they've had problems with people coming here and taking their lives. It's a rather grim thought. Hello.
Hello.
So here we are on the top of Malham Cove, And we've got these very impressive limestone pavements. So apparently this landscape was created by the last ice age, and the waterfall here was all connected to that layer of ice above me, and as it melted, that created the rivers and the waterfall. And over the years, the rain has washed away the soil, and acid rain as well, and revealed this limestone pavement. If you're thinking of walking to Malham Cove, it's actually a very easy walk to get to the bottom of the waterfall. It's about a mile from the village, fairly level, so anyone with the most moderate degree of health will be able to do that. And then it's not a very hard climb to get to the top of the waterfall. And that's a long way down. I'm not getting any closer than that.
I saw you get back up. Are you okay?
So I'm going to head away from the crowds to a slightly quieter corner of the Dales. So this is Yew Moor, and I will eventually connect to the Pennine Way footpath a bit further up here. And I imagine that in the past this would have been a river channel. You can imagine water surging towards the Malham Cove waterfall. It is a spectacular walk. Not as many people on this section, but still a reasonable number. But the geology here is spectacular. Rocks are slightly slippy underfoot, so I have to be careful where I'm placing my feet. It's not the highest or most demanding walk you can ever do, but it is really spectacular. I think I've used that word several times, but it is very special scenery here. each corner just gets better and better. Hi. So I'm now walking along the Pennine Way. So if I followed this all the way north, I could get almost to home. I think it would take me a few days. It's such a lovely landscape up here. In terms of places in the UK, you really can't beat Cumbria and North Yorkshire, certainly in England. It's just such a lovely landscape. Northumberland is amazing as well. My 3 favourite English counties. So got a little caravan selling snacks. Go on, Jessie. So we've come now to Malham Tarn, and this is a glacial lake formed in the last ice age, which I think is about 12,000 years ago. Beautiful spot, and I believe the building on the other side is a field centre, but I'm thinking that would make a nice house for me. And I just love the incredible sense of space you get here. So it's coming up to about 2 o'clock. Been walking for a couple of hours, so I think it's time to find somewhere to stop and have a nice drink, warm up a little bit. It's got a bit cooler up here with the breeze, but time for a little break. Just wish I brought a Kit Kat with me. So I'm gonna have a little stop for something to drink. And when you're walking in North Yorkshire, what can you drink? Yorkshire tea, of course. The best tea that there is. Cheers. Oh, that's good. So I've walked to Malham Cove, I've walked to Malham Tarn, now I'm heading to Gordale Scar, and then from Gordale Scar back to Malham. So sort of doing a circle really, and in a sense I'm now heading back in the direction of Malham but via Gordale Scar. Not many people on this particular path at the moment, so got the place pretty much to myself. A few people off in the distance, but apart from that it's just me. So it says Gordale Scar 1 mile, and down here it says steep and difficult descent at Gordale 1 mile. So let's see how steep and difficult it is. I'm not expecting it to be too hard. Having said that, oh, famous last words. Go on, Jesse. Okay, stay there. Stay. Stay. Okay. That's what happens when you try and push past me. I suspect the camera doesn't really do justice to the view, but here we have Gordale Scar. Lots of people go to Malham Cove, but actually I think Gordale Scar is equally beautiful, but with a fraction of the visitors. So this is the steep, difficult path down into Gordale Scar, and it's actually not that bad at all. It's just what you would expect climbing any hill. Having said that, knowing my luck, I might trip and fall and they'll find my body at the bottom of the gorge with this as my last recording saying, oh, it's absolutely fine, no difficulty at all. That would be ironic, to say the least. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. That is very dramatic. I'm really pleased I chose to come this way. Now look at that for a view. I actually think this is more impressive than Malham Cove. Oh, I'm so glad I came here. That is incredible. I did say that climbing down Gordale Gorge or Gordale Scar is not too difficult. Well, it's not that hard, but if you're not sure-footed and steep climbs cause you to feel a bit anxious, then this might not be the route for you. As I say, most people will manage it without too much difficulty, but the effort is worth it. I mean, I just can't get over that view. It is amazing. So, if you're coming to look at Malham Cove, make sure you visit Gordale Scar, or if you have the choice of visiting one of these places, for me, Gordale Scar wins. So what I hadn't appreciated is that I can't get down here, so I'm going to have to climb all the way back up. And as you can probably tell, I'm slightly out of breath. So climb back up to catch the path and then back down. I'll see you at the top. So I made it back to the top. As you can probably tell, I'm a bit out of breath. But yeah, if you're walking along this route that I'm doing, and you'll see the map at the end of this video, it's well worth dropping down to see the gorge from the bottom. because you just get a much better view. And if you don't drop down, you don't get to really see it. I might see a little bit of it a bit further down. I'm hoping to get down to the valley, which is off to my left, and I'm sort of hoping there might be a way down from here, but I'm not sure. I'll have to get the map out and check. So just had a look at the map. It would have actually helped to pay attention to the map when I was in the bottom of that gorge, because according to the map, OS map, there is a footpath, and the path that I was intending to take is down in the valley below me. So maybe I gave up too quickly. Maybe I should have looked a bit more carefully, which is a bit frustrating really. Although you do get quite a decent view from up here. As I was climbing up out of Gordale Scar, I met another couple walking down, and I told them that there was no way down the path, that they'd have to climb back up again. Of course I was wrong, and I didn't realise that. So in the unlikely event that that couple happens to stumble across this video and thinks, who is that idiot telling us we can't get down this way, and they climbed all the way back up, I do apologise. Anyway, I'm going to do a little loop back to Gordale Scar so I can see it from the main path. This is a path that I imagine lots of people will take. As you can see, there's a little car park in front of me, and it's just a quarter of a mile, maybe less, to walk to Gordale Scar, and I think it's worth making that little detour and then heading back to Malham. I'm hoping it's not too far from here. So I just seen a sign, it says 1 mile to Malham Cove from here. So actually Malham Cove and Gordale Scar are very close indeed. But I'm going to take a slightly different route to the one I planned. Still heading back to Malham, but another waterfall I think. So I'm going to have a little explore. So I was at the top of that little waterfall, and according to Ordnance Survey there should be a way of climbing down there, but actually looking at it from this perspective, that wouldn't be that easy, especially with the dog. So maybe I actually made the right decision by climbing back up and coming round, because it isn't obvious how to clamber down. I imagine you could probably do it by yourself, but not with the dog, not safely at least. Just spotted this on the gate. That's rather unusual. UFO sightings? Not sure why it's here. So that waterfall was called Janet's Foss. Foss is apparently a Scandinavian word for waterfall, and it was believed that Janet, the queen of the fairies, lived in a cave behind the waterfall. So I'm following this little wooded valley along the stream back to Malham, the home stretch now. I wish people wouldn't do this, leaving their poo bags around. Really disgusting habit. Presumably expecting someone else to pick it up at some later date. If you've got a dog, pick up their poo and bin it. Don't leave it lying around for someone else to move. So I'm almost back at Malham, where I started this walk. So if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, and please do consider also subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, take care, keep safe, and God bless. Thank you. Now that's what I've been wanting, and that's the way to finish a walk. Beautiful.